Hi everyone, welcome back to GameMaker Cast. It's Mickey, and in this video, we're going to be adding our staff into the game and allowing the player to shoot some fireballs. So let's roll the introduction and let's get right into it. So a quick overview of the last video, we added the health in the mana bar and we hooked it up to a key so we could have it animate automatically. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing the staff. We're going to have it randomly generate as well. And we'll have it point at the mouse, and then finally we'll use the mana bar to be able to shoot some fireballs. So the first thing I want to do is look at the sprite, and so let's go down to sprites and load up the staff. Now the one thing I also want to point out is our staff is pointed to the right. If, say, your image is open and your staff is pointed up, this will not work because in GameMaker, the angle 0 is going to be pointed over here to the right. So we just want to make sure that our frames are all rotated to the right. Now we can see that I currently have 17 frames in here, so it's a single image with 17 subframes. So we're just going to be choosing a random index in this frame, and we need to make sure that the FPS is higher than 30 or else we'll run into problems in GameMaker Studio 2. So let's go into our object init, let's go to the create event, and then the generate random character. We'll follow that through till we get to this function. And what we're going to do is down here at the bottom, we'll just copy the generate random hair, and we will just name this as weapon staff and choose a random index between 0 and 17. So this is just going to come back with a whole number between 0 and 17, and then we're just going to draw this weapon staff on our actual player. So let's close this and go over to our player. Now in the player, inside the draw event, underneath the close, we're going to have a draw sprite here as well. So let's paste that in. We'll make this a little bigger so we can see what we're doing. And we're just going to draw the sprite extended. And instead of drawing the global weapon staff here, we're going to pass in the actual sprite itself. And then we'll take our global variable and we'll put it in as the index. Now we'll use the image X scale, Y scale, and we'll keep the 0 degrees rotation, color white, and full alpha. So if we hit F5, we should see that now we have an actual staff. Now you can see our staff is pretty small and it's not following our character. Or I should say our cursor. So let's close this and let's get it following our cursor first. So to do that, let's go to the workspace, let's go to the create event, and let's create a new variable. Let's just call this weapon rotation, and we'll set this to 0. Next, let's go in the step event, and let's scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I have a region here for weapon rotation. So I'm just going to say the weapon rotation is going to be using the function point direction. This is a function built into GameMaker which returns an angle between 0 and 360 based off our current location, and then we're going to be looking at our mouse X and mouse Y. Now if we go back to the draw event, instead of using the angle as 0, we'll pass in a weapon rotation, and if I hit F5 now, we should see that it is currently following our guy. Now the one thing, once I get past 90 degrees, you can see that it flips, and that's because we are currently flipping our sprite. And it's the same as if I go all the way down to 270, we're flipping the X position of our sprite. So when we're using image X scale, what we should actually be doing is using the absolute value of image X scale, and that will just get rid of any implications that we have. So you can see that now it is currently following just like it should. Now we might want to bump up that sprite a little bit, so we could change the X scale and Y scale, but I'm going to leave that as is. So the final thing we want to do is start adding the bullets in here. So let's create a new object, and we'll create an object bullet. Make sure that we assign a sprite, and what did we call this one? We call this one SPR bullet. And in the create event here, all we're going to do is define some default values. We'll define a speed of 8. And then we have an image X scale, and I think we set this up, just let me double check in our init variables. We do have a bullet size here. So we're going to be using the global bullet size for our image X scale. And then we're just going to set our image Y scale to equal the image X scale to keep it a perfect circle. Now we need a way to actually shoot this bullet. So if we go back to our player, let's go to the create event, and we need 2 new variables. We're going to need a can shoot variable, and we're going to set this to true. And then we also need a cooldown timer, and we'll set it to the room speed times 0.25. So this is going to tell us whether or not we can shoot, so we don't have a machine gun effect. And this is how long it's going to be before we are able to shoot. So to get this working, we'll add a global mouse event. So we'll say mouse, global, and we want any time that the left mouse button is held down. So first we need to check if we are able to shoot. Now we need to check to see if our mana is bigger than 0, or if it's bigger or equal to 1. Then we want to make sure that we take away one of the mana. We also set our can shoot variable defaults because we are now shooting. We also need to set an alarm, so we'll use alarm set 1, and we'll use our cooldown timer. And finally, we need to instantiate our bullet object. So we'll create a new instance. We'll say instance create depth at our X and Y coordinate, which is on our player. We'll just use the same depth, -1, so it gives it above our player. Then we want to instantiate the object bullet. And now we need to tell the bullet in which direction we're going to be firing. So we can say instance.direction equals whatever way our weapon rotation is currently pointed at. Now we need to make sure that we add the alarm 1, and all that's going to be in here is that we are able to shoot. So we'll say can shoot equals true. Now if I run the game, hopefully we should be able to shoot some bullets here. I can move my cursor. If I hit my left down, you can see that bullets are flying out. And once my mana is depleted, I'm unable to shoot now. So let's make sure that we are still able to shoot and our mana regenerates. So in the step event, all we're going to be doing is at the very bottom, we have a mana recharge. The rules are pretty simple for this game. We cannot have the mouse button down, so we cannot be shooting. And then once we are not shooting, then our mana will be regenerating. So first, let's check to see if our mouse button is held down. And when we are not holding down our left mouse button, all we need to do is say our mana current variable is going to lerp between whatever the variable is and the global.max. And we will use something like 0.2. Now, if we've done everything correctly, we can still move around. We can rotate our guy. We can also rotate our staff. And when I shoot the bullets and then let go of my mouse, you can see it regenerates. Now it does regenerate pretty quickly, so all we really have to do is fool around with this last variable. So I'll set it to something super low. And now once I start shooting and I let go, you can see it's regenerating over time, which is a nicer effect. So now we're able to shoot bullets. I think the only thing that's really missing is the angle at which our image is located. So we'll go back to the draw event here, the global left down, and we'll make sure that our image angle also equals the weapon rotation. Finally, if I hit F5 again, we should see the bullets look a little bit nicer as they are angled. Our mana is regenerating. We have a random staff and everything looks good. I would like to thank the following Patreon supporters in no particular order: Ian, Andrea, Robert, Annie, Edward, Jujube84, Vil, Victor, Ashby, Paul. Thank you everyone so much for the support on Patreon and also on YouTube. If you're not already a subscriber, please click the subscribe button below. Thanks again.